Yes, man, I'm back with another one, man. Today I'm talking about warehouses, innit? And why they're just shit to work in. Obviously, I currently do some warehouse work, and there's just a few reasons why I wouldn't recommend it. But if you need a job and that's what you can get, fucking get a job in it. But if you can avoid warehouses, these are some of the reasons why you should. So let's get into it. The first thing I'll say is mental fatigue. Like with warehouses, yeah, the jobs are quite simple. The jobs are quite simple and they're quite repetitive. So you don't. It doesn't force you to be creative or use your brain, which for me is. Do you feel the effects of that? Yeah, it feels like the whole day's gone and you haven't done anything, even though you've been at work and you're getting paid, but you haven't mentally progressed. You haven't got smarter. Like you haven't. It feels like you haven't consumed what you need to consume, if that makes sense. It's just like you're doing the same work over and over again, and then your brain just checks out, and it's like you're blank. You get what I mean? Like you're blank, like nothing's going on for the hours that you're there. So yeah, I'd say on the mental side, it does get kind of tough, especially if you're doing it for a long period of time as well. As in, you're there for a few months or even years. Like some warehouses, they let you like wear headphones and shit. So if you can, I'd just say put something stimulating on, maybe like a um podcast, some music or something. But if your warehouses can't, I mean, don't let you wear headphones, then yeah, that's tough. That is tough. Like, and I would recommend to like put different things on as well. So if you're listening to like audiobooks or something, I wouldn't say always listen to audiobooks. Like switch it up. If you like sports, sometimes listen to sports. If you like audiobooks, sometimes listen to audiobooks. Sometimes listen to music. Like switch up. Don't be listening to the same stuff, because then you end up blanking out as well, because you're just consuming the same thing, like, and your brain's just like, okay, I'm tired of this. So just switch it up sometimes. I feel like that helps. Or sometimes I don't even listen to anything, because that can be another thing. Like listening for like you have headphones in for what, 10 hours, 8 hours, sometimes even 12 hours. Like, and you're always listening to something. Like maybe go a few hours without listening to anything as well. I feel like that helps the time pass. So yeah. Another reason I'd say is time consuming. Like most of these warehouses are not like where people live, if that makes sense. So travel time is a bit longer, just because they're warehouses in it. So they're big buildings, so it's not gonna be in favorable places. So I'd say yeah, it's time consuming, and most of them want you to work like 10 hours, which can, if you're traveling like an hour, that can be 11, 12 hour day. So that literally takes up your whole time. Like, look, I have to get up in the morning, get a quick workout in, make sure I eat the right things, make sure I drink water, do all of that stuff. And then I know once I go to work, the day is done. When I get home, it's like 12 hours are gone, 11, 12 hours, so the day's done. So you just try to be as productive as possible, or try and find one that's close to home. It will make it a lot better. Also, the times most warehouses want you to work as well, there's just not favorite. Like it's just shit timing, bro. Like most of them are like 2 till 10, 3 to 11. Like, just if you could get one like 12 till 8, that's decent. Or even I would prefer like 10 to 4, something like that. So then you have the afternoon, like an evening. I mean, yeah, you have the evening to do what you need to do, and just makes better for your social life. And most people get off work at 5. You're leaving work at 10. Like it does affect your social life. So I would say yeah, with time management, it can affect that as well. Like your time will be used up very, very quickly. Another thing I want to talk about that I don't see people talk about is like the people that you work with. How can I put this? Because I don't mean this in a rude way or anything like that. If depending on what warehouse you're working, some of them are like construction, like sort of things where you need like a badge or something. If you can get into that, that's better. But if you're just working like a normal warehouse job that doesn't take no training, no, basically no training, no qualifications, you do meet some weird people, to say the least, like, or people just that are like, if you're trying to go and elevate yourself, like people you don't really want to be mixing with, and just that's just down to the fact that it doesn't really take much to do the job, so anyone can get hired. Like some of the warehouses I've been in, like the people that you meet, that you speak to, and I don't mean this in an egotistical way, like I'm just saying, you can tell that most of the guys in there, bro, they just, that's what they like, they don't care to elevate, like they just come to work, do their shift, maybe like go home, play PlayStation, hot Cheetos. We was even making a joke about this, like hot Cheetos. Me and my boy at work, like we were basically saying the same thing. Like most people just like go there, work, then when they go home, it's just like hot Cheetos, white BR on the game, and say, "Oh, bro, he killed me. Like you don't really get people that are looking for more. You get a lot of content people in there. Which is, if you're trying to elevate yourself, you want to be around people that are trying to better themselves. And you can even get some like crazy, because it takes nothing to do the job right. So you can get like some people that are really off their hinges, that if you're in a job with, like, for example, personal training, I've done personal training as well, you meet way better quality people. Why? Fitness. Most people that are into fitness are driven. So you just meet better quality people. So that's another thing to take into consideration, like the people that you're with the time that you're there, because we've already spoken about time consuming, how it's time consuming. So with that time, the people that you're mixing with does affect you, like it does affect your mindset. So I just try to keep myself to myself, and if I meet someone who sees, oh yeah, they got like better plans and stuff, or they're trying to do something, then yeah, we can talk more and stuff. But if I just meet someone they're a bit off the rails, or like playing music out loud, and just like people that don't care, do you get what I mean? Just like, yeah, you do what you're doing, I'm gonna do what I'm doing, innit? And then lastly, we just talk about, obviously it's physically demanding. I say this last because for me it's not really physically demanding. As I said, I've been into fitness for how long, so for the average person it could be physically demanding. But I feel like I'm a young fit guy, mid 20s, so it takes nothing for me to do the job. I probably take about 25k steps a day when I go there. So for someone that's unfit or maybe even average, that can be a lot to them. But for me, that's why I left it till last. Like I don't really find it physically demanding, like even moving stuff about, like nothing's more than like 20 kg, 25 kg. Like it's not, like I'm just talking from my experiences. For someone else there could be a mad thing, like I'm not saying it can't be, but I'm just, for my experience, like the physical demand is not that much. Like yeah, it's physically demanding, but if you're young enough and you're fit enough, you should be able to get it done. But that is a problem if you're not, which most people aren't. Like most people don't like being active and stuff, so the physical demand, like I've seen people in there come and just be like, nah bro, this is long, like this is tiring, I remember some woman came in, she was quite overweight, right? Like bro, she left, I think it was like her first day, she left halfway through the shift. She was telling me like I can't do this, like she couldn't walk and stuff, like. But I don't know, man. Those are just some of the reasons why I think warehouses are a bit shit. But as I said, if you need a job and you gotta do what you gotta do, then do what you gotta do, man. Just make a plan to get out of there as soon as possible, because it does pay decent money, innit? It's definitely more money than working in fucking Tesco's or whatever. So, and you can just like, you don't have to really interact with people. You just go there, do what you're doing, and leave. Whereas Tesco's, you're meeting customers and stuff. Nah, that's all long. But yeah, if you ain't got a job and that's the only thing you can pattern that for now, but always try do better in it. Try get into better places so you can meet better people and have better discussions and be a better person in general. So that's it, boys, man. See you lot on the next one in a bit.